Hello and welcome to another live stream. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys today, and I am working on Your Forger. So, also known as the Thorn Princess. I don't know if the is part or she's Thorn Princess or the Thorn Princess. I need to do some research on that. But anyway, I'm going to be working on that. I'm just turning this a little tiny bit. No, I can't turn it. I'll scooch over here. Okay. So, I did the pencils with you guys on a previous live stream and the inks on another previous live stream, and now we're going to start in on the colors, and I really hope I can get her done soon. I would like to. Need to think about what I'm going to do next, but in any case, it's going to be fun. All right, so this is penciled with my favorite Alvin Draft Tech 0.3 millimeter pencil. Then I inked it with Copic multi-liners in either brown or black, depending on which part of her I was inking. And I just like using brown for the skin tones a lot. It just looks a little softer, so I appreciate that and like it. And then now I am going to be taping it down and starting in with the watercolor. So that always takes a few stages. And then I will probably go in with some Copic/Olo markers, depending on which color I would like, to get the rest worked on. And I'm excited about this. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to start coloring her. This has been the part I've been itching to get to. So I'm excited that it's finally here. Yay! I'm taping her down to a piece of hardboard. Also known as chipboard, MDF board, and I get it from a hardware store, and I just get it where it's smooth on both sides, and I use it for stretching my watercolor paper, so it just kind of keeps it in place. When you start getting the paper wet repeatedly, it warps, which this doesn't keep it from warping, but it keeps it in place a little bit better. So that's why I'm doing this, and I'm taping it down, so it helps a little bit. Jeff Martin, hello. I have had a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Philip, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream today. Thank you, Scott-filled feeder. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I have been working a lot today on preparing for Dallas Fan Expo. I'm bringing some intertwined books with me. I'm going to be bringing some of the Divinica art books with me. So if you're going to be at Dallas Fan Expo, make sure to find me there because I will have lots of fun stuff. David Ray, hello. Welcome to this stream. Allie, River Dragon. Is that small for a cover? Yes, Joshua. This cover art is usually done 11 by 17 size. This is just for fun, so it's 8.5 by 11. Yeah, it's just for my own. You're going to be in Dallas? Oh my God, River Dragon. I can't wait to see you there. Please tell me it's you. I hate it when I find out I met one of you guys and I didn't know it was you. So you're going to have to say I'm River Dragon. Like, tell me your Twitch handle. Keeman, hello. Stanley, welcome to the stream. I don't actually know yet what my table number is for anyone that is coming to see me at Dallas, which if you are, I heart you and I'm excited to see you there. I will find that out probably a little bit closer to the show time. Chances are very close. So I will post it on my Facebook page and my Instagram page once I know where I'm going to be. So just follow me on either of those and I'll be able to let you know where I am. Cara Vieri, hello. Sandy. Oh, thank you so much, love. Carmen, hello. Kitty Grace, welcome to the stream. Steve. Hello. How's it going? So this is me silently, or not so silently, having to eat some humble pie. Yes, the blue tape. I was just going to talk about the blue tape. I have sworn up and down I would never use the blue tape. Someone brought it for me at Swornfest as a gag gift, and I've actually found it to be pretty decent. Matthias, hello. Hal, good afternoon. Juan, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Okay, so I need to really press this stuff down. Before, I used to like tape it to my pants first so that it would not be quite so sticky, but this tape is not super sticky and it's quite gentle on the paper, so I need to really push. I was hoping to bring the books JP signed at the last Fan Expo Dallas, but I still don't have them back from CBC. Aw, sorry. Shauna, hello. Welcome to the stream. True. I did find the blue tape much more than decent. That's very true. Yvonne, welcome to the stream. It's great to have you here. I'm doing great, Timothy. Thank you so much. Okay, so we are a little bright because I have my windows open, and I'm sorry, it's a little bright. I can fix that. I'm not complaining about the lighting though. It's actually quite nice. But still, we'll turn it down a little bit so I don't look like I'm glowing. All right, so first things first, watercolor. So this is my watercolor set. It is by Schminke. I bought the set that, I bought the case and then all of the various paints separately from one another. It's not exactly the cheapest way to go, but it was the way that I could control what colors I had. JP Roth and I went through all the Schminke colors, and we picked ones that worked for Divinica and for the various issues that we have coming up as well. So this is a custom palette specifically for Divinica. Yes, I need to clean it. Now I only have to overcome my green problem. Am I looking green? So if you're gonna eat humble pie, at least have a huge slice. True story, Steve. I did not give myself a big enough slice of humble pie. All right, so I do have a palette with skin tones already kind of here. And, you know, it doesn't matter how little watercolor pigment I have in here, this stuff lasts forever. So I just can reactivate it and we're good to go. Makes me very happy. I'm just gonna grab a little bit more red for this. Now yours is pretty pale, so I'm not gonna make her extremely dark color in any way. I'm not gonna put a ton of paint in there. But yes, that's what I have. No word yet. I really need to ask Joe about it, Juan. Thank you, Kitty. All right, so I'm just gonna fill this with skin tone, and it's going to lighten as it dries, but that is something we are very okay with. I just want a nice, even pass of color, which is like, honestly, almost impossible to do with watercolor. At least for me, I can't get even watercolor if it's safe, you know, if my life depended on it. So yeah, I'm just gonna do the best that I can here. Get myself a paper towel. I'm gonna clean some of this off. Now I'm going to grab a bit more pigment and maybe try to put a little bit extra here. But man, whenever I try to like do a few washes in one spot, I always end up with like weird water lines, and I do not like those. Okay, so you guys can barely even see what I'm doing. My brush has a beard. Ooh, so we've been watching the new season of Stranger Things with our daughter Vienna. Before anybody freaks out, she's 17. It's definitely not a show that's too scary for her. Too scary for me, though. Damn. Fun show. So we just finished it today, and I freaking love it. That was very fun. And then the part 2 comes out in part 2 comes out in July. So I'm excited for that. Whoop whoop. Okay. So I'm doing the first pass with watercolor. This helps to fill and tone. And then the next part I'll do will be with probably Copic or Olo markers. Wow, like you really can't see anything on here. I might need to up the saturation. So I'm not worrying too much about getting any color on her dress because her dress is black, so it doesn't really matter. I can kind of be a little bit more messy over her dress area and her gloves and everything because her dress and her gloves are black, and then the under part of her dress all down here is red. Eee! I love it. So I don't have to carefully and delicately fill all these little squares. I can just go over it in one fell swoop. There you go. What is going on with the color? No, is it just too bright? Hello, what the fan art? Welcome to the stream. All right, quick blow dry. Cover your ears if the noise bothers you. Wow, is it really that short? Okay. Did I see what? What did you say, Steve? All right, so it's a pale amount of color, but it's the perfect tone for highlights in her skin. I have a hard time controlling watercolor on skin. I don't care for the water lines, which is really what watercolor does. And I've seen many amazing watercolor painters that work with those lines, and they do it so well. I personally am not very good at that, and I don't care for those water lines, and that's just personal preference. So now I switch to Copic markers or Olo markers and some colored pencil. Yes, I did. So I'm putting blush on her face first, and then I'm going to blend it with Copic marker. And if I have any Olo markers that I can use, I will use them. There's just some really light tones that I need that Olo doesn't have yet. Okay. Scallop is good. My pinky? Oh, yes. I got myself a nice big paper cut yesterday. All right. Scallop, pug. I think scallop is probably the closest one that I can use. And I also have my really light tones from Copic. YR30s. YR30s is very close in tone to clam. And 2.0 is scallop. Okay, so YR30s and YR40s are the ones. No, it's YR40 that I use a lot. Okay, so I might have to use the YR40s from Copic for now. Okay, so YR40s. Here we go. Is this dry? No. So the pink color that I just put down for her cheeks, that is a water-soluble color pencil, and pretty much any liquid soluble. So I use the Copic marker, and it blends that pink in with it, and it works out really well. It's a trick I learned from Paolo Pantalena, and it makes such a huge difference. Oh, really, Draconian? Well, welcome to this stream. Good evening, Rob. Welcome to the stream today. I'm so happy you could make it. Thank you, Draconia. Yay. I really hope it turns out well. I'm excited. I haven't seen any of the boys for the new season yet, like none of it. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of pink on her elbows. That's so awesome, Philip. I'm really happy to hear that. Oh no. I don't want to be in trouble with Katie. So I'm going in 2 different directions with this one to try to make sure it's properly blended all on her thigh. So this is like a bigger section to color with Copic marker, and it can get a little tricky. There we go. All right, now we're going to move on to E41. Let's see which one has ink in it. This one seems to have ink in it. Let me see though. What compares in Olo to E41? So E41 is right here. Clam or scallop are close. I think I'm going to try scallop. Let's just see if this works. OR 2.0. OR 2.0. Here we go. Let's see. Yes, I think so, Philip. I really love the brush tips on the Olo markers, like so much. Might be a touch too pink, but that's what I have. Let's try E42 in the edges. Going to work on the art cam for a second. It is really not quite showing up. It is warming up a bit. Do I ever mix Prismacolors with watercolor? I honestly haven't tried those, so I don't know. You just need if you want it to get picked up from the Copic marker or Olo markers, you need to make sure it has this little paintbrush on it. Any brand that sells a water soluble colored pencil will put that brush on it from my experience. And so you want that on your marker. If it doesn't, I mean on your pencil, if it doesn't have that, then it's wax or oil based and it's not going to get picked up and blended by the marker. So it just depends on what you want. Outsider, hello, welcome to the stream. Caitlin, thank you. Okay, so now I'm using E41 and I'm just blending it into her skin a little bit. The E41 is slightly more grayish in tone, like a really cool beige. And that is going to help blend in and maybe like tone down the strong peach in her skin that it's got right now. Yeah, give it a try for sure. It's totally worth it in my opinion. Okay, now I'm going to use YR40s. Do a little bit more blending. When it comes to that, I use colored pencil last due to them being more opaque, more or less, than the markers. Yeah, that works. Ravenspawn, good morning. I want here to be a little bit more in shadow because this is kind of a concave spot. Any chance you could find out by Thursday? Southwest is having a deal till Thursday. Yes. I will talk to JP Roth and get the contact information for Salt Lake by then. Okay, YR40s. Do I prefer Copics over watercolor? No. But I have a time and place for them. Watercolor is extremely helpful, and it's much faster to do bigger pieces and get a lot of space covered very quickly. Copic markers, though, work really nicely. Olo as well. I just don't have as much experience with them yet, but they work really well for like doing the shadows and shading, especially on skin. I really struggle with Copic markers to color, with watercolor to color skin. I just can't get it right. I don't like what watercolor does to skin, but it works great as a first pass to like get it fully covered with a lighter tone, and then I can just come in and put the shadows afterwards. I think I'm going to need to go close my blinds. Her hair is black, so I don't have to work around it. If her hair was blonde, I would have to work into and worry about all the all the skin tone underneath, but I don't have to now. All right, I'm gonna go close my blinds so that I can kind of calm down the sunshine here. There we go. It's a little bit better. I can turn the light up a little bit more. There we go. Now we've got the right color. Okay. Kylie, hello. Hello, Thunder God. Thank you, Draconia. That means a ton. Okay. Getting some more shadow going on in there. Getting some shadow on her boobs. Okay. A little bit more E42 in the shadowy spots. Let's get some shadow going on in here. And I realized that I went a little too dark with the E42, so I just went over it with the YR40s, and that lightened it. Okay, E41. And then this is drop shadows from her hair. Shit, I went outside the lines there. I will need to fix that. Oh my goodness, it's the perfect time to show you guys what the colorless blender is actually for. The colorless blender, and I have gone on about this so much, it is not a blender. It's more like bleach, in my opinion. And so right here, we're going to zoom in. Right there, I went outside the lines with my shadow tone. Let me just make sure this is... All right. And I'm going to take the color and I'm going to push it back into her skin, and it's going to lighten up this whole area. Push, 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 and it's lightening all the color. So if you want to like basically put some like white splotches in your work, take the colorless blender ink and dab it on your work, and it just pushes all the ink away. So it being called a blender is completely incorrect in my opinion. And if you go to Olo and you search their zero marker, they explain what the colorless blender works as and why you should, why it's helpful to you sometimes. But like never put two colors together like next to each other and think that this is going to blend them if you color in the center of it. It doesn't work like that at all. Just use the lighter of the two colors to blend where it mixes. Never use the colorless blender. Also, do not use for margaritas. Not that kind of blender. True story, how? Yes, they're more like an eraser. No, they're not like whiteout. They are the absence of any pigment in the regular ink. So it will work. I never use it, so I'm not very good at explaining what it's for. I use it to erase errors. So for me, it's an eraser. But for anyone else, I don't know. Yes, Art Victim says, I like to taint the blender at times to use it as a very light saturation of color. That's really smart. I haven't gotten as fancy as Art Victim has. But yes, it's the base ink without any pigment. I was thinking about helping one of my favorite authors and buy a book from her. I got the digital copy. They really wanted 1.5 times for shipping. Yeah, that's really expensive to ship. Oh, that's really cool. Kylie has a good suggestion. She says it's also good to use as a pre-fill on white areas to get a smooth blend into white for white clothes or whatever. That is really cool. You guys are awesome. All very good points. All right, so I can't go too far with her skin. I need to make sure to keep her rather pale. So I'm gonna call it a day pretty soon on her skin. And I'm trying not to over color, which is definitely something I do. Yeah, that's not happening. I don't do cosplay. Nothing against cosplay, but it's not my thing. Okay, I'm gonna make the shadows a little bit more like that here. Are you back from your trip? What the fan art? Exploit! Hello, I'm doing great. Anya read my thoughts, did she? You got home on Sunday. Awesome. Did you have fun? Okay, I'm going to put some shadow here. In my mind, the light source is coming downward like that. So there would be a bit more shadow here. Let's blend this out a little bit more. Hello, Terrence. Happy Tuesday. All right, time to work on her butt. Water break. Okay, I'm going to do E41 now. Getting dry. Oh, thank you, Exploit. Sherlock is never happy. He's always angry about something. Okay, I'm hoping this one has a little bit more ink in it. And I'm going to blend that out with YR40s. And I'm going to overlap where the E41 is, and it just kind of helps all the inks to merge together in a nice way and get rid of any splotchy appearance. And now I'm going to go on to E42. And I'm going to blend that out with E41. And I'm kind of lifting it off the paper as I'm pulling it into her thigh. And I'm making all of my strokes be rounded like her thigh, so that if any strokes do come through, or even just the human eye can catch stuff really quickly, and so the perception of any lines that may show up in there, as long as they are following the curve of her thigh, it works, right? If I were to do them in the opposite direction, it would probably look weird. All right, we're gonna stop on her skin for now. Now, because her outfit is black and red, both of which are extremely strong colors, when I go, if I were to have colored all the black first, it would be very easy for me to accidentally pick up some of that black and smear it into the rest of her skin or whatever lighter tones may be near black. So when I've got a character with a black suit or bright red or any strong color, I do the skin first. The skin is the most fun for me too, so, you know, it's another reason why I do the skin first, but it's also to protect the skin and hopefully not get it contaminated by whatever colors are around it, because Copic marker by nature, or paint, or Olo markers, or any of those things, by nature you want them to blend. That's what they're supposed to do. So it would be its job to pick up that black and smush it all across her face, for instance, and that's not what I'm trying to do. So that's why I'm trying to make sure that the skin is at least for the most part figured out, and you know, any little details or fixies that I'm going to do at the end, for instance, I'll probably do with colored pencil or something that's maybe not going to cause that smear. All right, let's get this out and see about one more shadow tone. Something in a little bit more of a warmer range. So here there's an E31 that's really good. Now, right now, Copic has more tones to it than Olo, but that's just because Olo is just beginning. Once I get more and more color with Olo, I will be switching over to Olo completely. Dawn protects your skin by stroking her thigh. Yes, possible. All right. Yes. I don't even have E31 here. 31. All right. So now I'm using E31 by Copic. But I'm really trying to hold myself back a little bit. I am a intense overcolorer when it comes to skin. I pretty much give the character as much shade and shadow and highlight as if their skin was made out of latex or something. It's a little out of hand. So I'm trying to rein that in a little bit, be a little bit more pro. We're just doing some drop shadows, and then I may go in and actually do a little bit more of the drop shadows with like a purple tone, because that really gives that impression and look of it's cooler. It drops it more into the back. And I forgot her ear. Typical. Y are 4 zeros. And then I'm going to use the Olo marker because it's got a little bit more saturation to it. And I'm going to use that right here. Just make her ear a little bit more pink, because people's ears do get a little bit more saturated. Thank you, Daniel Cooper. Agreed, Kylie. E70 and E71 are really good for that too. The thing I found though that I'm having a little bit of personal issue with is that the E70 and 71 tend to not dry smooth. Have you noticed that? They kind of, maybe it's just on watercolor paper, but they dry blotchy. Like kind of with little white specks in it. They don't stick to everything in the paper, I've found, and that I'm not loving. All right, her eyes are kind of like a pinky glow color. I'm gonna check though. Yeah, her eyes are red, and then they're pinky glow when she's in her Your Forger look. I don't want to sneeze. Yeah, red/pink eyes. How fun is that? All right, and then as far as makeup, there's not really much, but I think I might do cool grays around her eyes. It'll just give them a little bit more of a tone without it looking like tons and tons of makeup. So let's just give it a shot and see how this looks. For starters, I'll just put it in her eyeballs. Now let's just try it around. So this is cool gray number 3. I'm not making any strong commitments here. It's just a little bit. There we go. Lip color, I can't really see. Has Vienna finally vetoed you from coming with her to uni? No, she hasn't like made that decree completely, and I'm hoping it'll just be forgotten and go away. All right, so I'm pretty happy with the cool gray just around her eyes. I want to be careful that I don't do the typical me thing and go nuts with her, makeup, because I tend to go too far. But let's get the pink and the red in her eyes. Ooh! Am I still flatting whatever this mysterious cover is, Dawn? Yes, I will get that to you, Kylie. That would be fun, Miss What the Fan Art. Okay. No, Vienna doesn't want me to go with her. Because I can't be trusted to not be a whole thing. Okay. I want to use Olo markers for her eyes, and the glow in her eyes is kind of pinky, and her eyes are red. So I think I might do bubblegum first, and then maybe blend it with cranberry. RVO2. And RVO2, and what's the other one? RO6. I really need to put these in their own little bags. RVO2 I found, because I have all of my color families in little baggies for my Copic markers, and I need to do that for the Olos so that I can actually find things. RO4. I'm doing RO6. R 5.1. Ah, sorry you guys. R 5.7, R 1.8. I can't find it. RO3. Ah! Shit. I'll just switch to the other one. You threw your girl on a plane. Is Sherlock still licking my paper? He's trying to, Philip. It's really intense and super annoying. Oh, that's Steve that asked that. Sorry, Steve. Okay, let's start with the 0.2. This is so exciting. So I'm putting pink down first just so that I have some highlights. And I need to make sure that she's looking at us. Okay. Paper glue addict, I know. And now Sherlock has discovered that we have, in the kids' bathroom, there's a shower curtain. Because of the way the tub is, it has a shower curtain. And Sherlock loves the plastic back on the shower curtain. Oh my god. He is unstoppable. He's really making a scene of himself. Your cat too? It's because it's crinkly and crackly. Yeah, what is with them and plastic? I can't get on board with this. No, Steve, that's not true. All right, I'm mixing a little bit of R24 in here to just kind of give it a little bit more of an orange tint. All right, for now, that's gonna have to stay. And then lip tone is very, very light. Perhaps I'm just gonna do blush colored pencil. And blend it with the skin tone Copic. One of mine licks walls. Oh my god. Oh no. I have angered Steve. This is not good. Alright, I'm going to use YR40s again, and I'm going to just blend that pink with the Copic marker. Kara, hello! Welcome to the stream today. Not anger, just crushed my soul. I am so not trying to do that. That makes me super duper sad. Rose beige. OR. I'm just going to grab all the ORs. OR. 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 All right, is it one of these? OR 7.2. Here we go. Oh, did the Oilers lose? Ooh, while I remember, what liquid mask do you recommend? I'm in need for a commission. Ooh, I got a new one and it's really good. Schminke. And yeah, best stuff I've found so far. It doesn't stain the paper and it actually comes off the paper. Two things I could not say about the Daniel Smith stuff. And it doesn't stink. I have a €9 ticket for public transit. She decided she can make use of that and come visit me. Oh, yay! I hope you're able to find it with no issues, Kylie. For Schminke, it was surprisingly not expensive, so at least there's that. RV32. Okay, and since you are, you know, passable at the art thing, how do you do steamy glass? Light blue wash over the normal colors and then white pencil over that. Oh, because you need to see what's behind it? Is that the thing? Do you have any gouache? Ooh, we're gonna do golds. Okay, I thought I was gonna try some Olo markers for the golds. Yes. Pudding, butterscotch, yellow ochre. Sepia I don't think I need, but those three are gonna be glorious for yours gold. Okay, you have, it's like a shower screen. Okay. What I would do is kind of the same thing I do when I'm doing like sheer stockings. Now, granted, Kylie, I haven't done this before, so my suggestion may be complete utter shit. But what I would probably try is the same concept that I do with sheer stockings. Color what's behind it. Maybe color it lighter than you usually would, but color it completely. And then take some gouache or acrylic ink would work as well. Water it down like crazy and paint that over so that you make some spots more opaque than others, but the other thing is still behind. It's twice as much work, but I found it to be effective. Same thing with sheer stockings. I paint the skin underneath completely, put the sheer stocking on top of it, and then just pull down the opacity. Or I'll take the skin as it's colored in full if it's going to be like sheer black nylon, and I will duplicate it so that I have that shading, darken it, and then take down the opacity. But either way, it's just so much easier if you've got what you need colored behind it so that there's no white spots, there's no... And you think that will look steamy. I think so if you paint it with really watered down gouache or white acrylic. I don't want Kylie to try it to see if it works before I try it. But, you know, I certainly don't want to lead you astray, Kylie. I don't want to fuck you over. So, you know, do as you see fit. Y-O. Okay. We're going to grab my basket and we're going to look for Y-O's. I guess that's yellow, orange. Y-O. Where's more Y-O? Come on. Y-O, Y-O. I don't want YO 2.7, but I'll leave it there. Okay, and I need YO 2.3, 2.2, and I need 2.5. So I need to find the other YO. YO 2.5. Woo, that was easy. Okay. Steve, that's so mean. Ah, you guys. Ouch, my heart. Okay, now YO 2.3 is the next one. I do. I would never use Kylie like that. Plus, I'm like intrigued. I would want to try that myself. And that is probably what I would do. So I'm more saying this in a, if I was in that situation, this is what I would do kind of way. .3, 2.5. Okay, so 2.3 is butterscotch. And then 2.5 is a little bit darker, and this might be enough, or maybe I'm gonna have to go to the really dark tone. We'll see. Okay, and there's a bit more gold I need to do. I'm gonna have to, the character writing on the glass with her finger, so hence why I need the liquid mask. Okay, then definitely look at, I think it was partially digitally colored and partially done with Copic, but go look up Adam Hughes, I think it was Fables. There's a piece he did where she's like done smoke on the glass and is writing in it, and oh my god, Kylie, it's gonna blow your mind. Slash also be somewhat depressing, but worth looking at. So just look up Adam Hughes Fables. Oh, thank you, Draconia. Fables was amazing. Right? Oh my god, that art. Huh. I think it was, I mean, it looked like Emma Frost. I'm not entirely sure what character it was, but I think maybe it was Emma Frost. I think it's the most famous piece he did for that. So yeah, check it out, Kylie. Oh, I knew someone would find it. Oh, is it Ferris, not Fables? My bad. Okay, I think we need one more shadow tone. I'm throwing my art supplies away. I know, right? I know that feeling. It sucks. 1 second. Okay, I'm just going to blend it with the OR 2.5. This works out pretty good for gold. I knew it the first time I saw it. I was like, this shit's going to make amazing gold tones. And here we are. Yay. Sometimes I'm right. Jason, hello! Welcome to the stream. Hello, Nick! Welcome to the stream today. Rocky Road! Hello! I'm so glad you could make it. There we go. Okay, so her gold is done. I'm gonna fill in this white spot just because. Yay! This is actually going pretty fast. I'm super happy about it. That's disappointing. That sounds terrifying, Nick. All right. Now it is time for blacks. So her hair is shiny black. Let's see. Here it looks pretty much all matte black, but I think like her strips, I'm going to just declare them black, like shiny. And then the dress material part, I'm gonna make matte. So we'll see how it goes, but that's my plan. And for my blacks, I use toner grays. Yeah, Nick, because she's from a manga. There is a pattern in the red. I did it's like rose pattern. I had it penciled in here and then I erased it. And I'm going to put the color in first and then do the pattern afterwards. Just in case I change some of the shading, I want to make the perspective of the roses correct. So I erased my pencil ones and I'm going to do them at the end. All right. Let's start with toner gray number 3 and then go to 5 and then 7 and 9 for now. We'll see how this goes. Good evening, Matthew. Welcome. I'm just putting the toner gray number 3 in a couple places where I think there would be a highlight. It just seems like a natural spot where there would be one. Like right here. And then it would go into shadow. Maybe I'll put one more highlight right there. Maybe a highlight right there. All right. Now I'm going to go to toner gray number 5. Okay, and here would go back into shadow, and over to a highlight, more shadow. I suppose there would be a bit of a highlight right there too, so I'm just going to get some more toner gray number 3. So most of this is just going to be flat black, but I'm just leaving myself the option to do highlights. But most of the stuff back here is just going to be the kind of not even clearly a braid bun, just kind of the hint of it, I think. But I'm leaving it open. So that's why I'm starting with the toner gray number 5, sorry. Usually I do 6, but here I'm going to be a little bit more careful and start with the 5. All right, and now we're going to do toner gray number 7. Is it next year's expo yet? Aw, Kara, you're so awesome. And in order to make her hair look as shiny as possible, I'm keeping the transitions from light to dark much sharper and closer together. Like, I'm not trying to blend it all that much, because what happens then is it doesn't look as shiny. It kind of starts looking more matte. Really strong highlights with that kind of, you know, impactful contrast, I'd say, is what makes something look shiny. It gives that perception, I think. No, thank you, Kara. All right, and lastly, toner gray number 9, which is like as close to black as I personally feel comfortable going with a piece like this, but I may change my mind and add to T10, which is black. All right, so I'm gonna firstly go back here because I know I want this spot to be in pretty dark shadow. Oh, yay! I'm so happy to hear that, outsider. So I may want to lighten this highlight on the top of her head. It's kind of not something I do very often, and I'm trying to get better at these kind of bright highlights like that. But I don't know. I may not have gotten good enough yet, and I might have to cover that up. We'll see. Oh, I've heard of the Polina brushes. Give you feedback when I've used them. Yay! I hope you love them. Mark Riojas, hello! Happy Tuesday! Yeah, I'm gonna blend that highlight around her, at the top of her head a little bit. Gotta be careful by her face. Dawn also executes bad ideas well. Thank you. I'm going to just put that in shadow too. All right, so I'm going to blend that up there a little bit better. Maybe I'm going to take it to toner gray number 5 and just bring that in a little bit more. And then blend it with toner gray number 3. Yeah. That's a little bit softer, a little bit easier to handle. You checked Michael's and it's expensive. Michael's sometimes has coupons though. Is there any chance you could get them with a coupon? Also try Amazon maybe? All right, toner gray number, let's do 6. Where's 6? Oh, here we go. Happy little highlights, yes. Belati, thank you. Now let's do toner gray number 7. Thank you, Stanley. I have to be careful around her hair strands, which is annoying. But I'm the one who put them there, so the only person I can blame is myself. Oh, that's hilarious, Kylie. Mistakes were made. I repeat, mistakes were made. I got out of my bed to get a drink and now I'm a icicle. Lauren, hello. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? I have a question. How do you decide what Comic-Cons you go to? Do you get invited by the con, or are there specific ones you know you will go to, or is it a mix of both? I just want to know how we can get you to come to Terrificon in Connecticut one year. Oh, well, my decisions are pretty random, you know? A lot of times it will be, if it's one that I know well or have been to before, I will, and it's a good show, because, you know, I have to make back my flight, my hotel. There are expenses involved in a convention. Quite a few. Flight, hotel, printing bill, shipping bill, receiving bill from the convention, from the hotel for me to ship my shit to the show, because I don't have everything here with me and I can't carry everything with me. And then also paying for the table. Anyway, the bills really add up. So it's nice to know from friends or whatever that it's a show I can hopefully make back my bills. And then it's, you know, if I get invited to the show, that of course makes a huge difference. So yeah, it just kind of depends. Hanu Soul, happy belated birthday. See you, Stanley. Okay, so we're going for pretty matte black on her dress. And then on the strips that are on her dress, I'm going to go a little bit more shiny. Which is going to be annoying because they're so tiny. I'm pretty sure we can figure it out. And I think with this one, I'm going to keep her to a white background. Maybe I'll put like a little tone around her or something, but I'm going to keep it pretty light and white. Maybe gray. Dawn swore a lot doing it. I sure did. That was really hard. It is. It's pretty warm today. Canada warm, laughs in Aussie. Yes, that is most likely the absolute truth, Kylie. I am the fail when it comes to being able to handle heat. For anybody that sees me in Dallas, I can assure you I'm going to be whining and complaining and completely not able to handle it. Oh, Aussie cold, laughs in Canada. Yes. Kara got Kylie there. And I'm already starting to mix you girls up. Shit. Hopefully you don't mind and consider your names interchangeable. Alright, so her dress has a little bit more tone to it than it looks like on camera. But this is where we're at so far. Currently expecting 38 centigrade in Dallas next Thursday. Oh my God, I'm going to die. Seriously, I'm going to die. There will be a corpse of Dawn at Dawn's table at Fan Expo Dallas. Oh, you live in Dallas now, Lauren? Ah, yay. I knew you were going to be at the show, but I didn't know where you were coming from. Dawn Puddle, yes. Miserable Dawn Puddle. Though, I did hear from someone that they are going to be bringing me fried plantains on Friday night. So that will get me out of bed and to the show. Is it a long drive? Is it a long drive for you to get to the con, Lauren? Or are you, well, I guess I don't know if you want to answer that on the stream. I'll ask you in person. That's nothing. It's over 40 C here in Arizona. Note, Dawn isn't there. It's about 40 minutes. Oh, okay. So are you going to be driving in every day, or are you staying closer to the show? John Overbay, hello! Driving in every day saves me some money on hotel. Yeah, for sure. The hotels are not cheap in Dallas. I have learned that the hard way. I'm gonna need to try to be very careful when coloring all of this, because I have certain parts that I've allocated to be red and other parts are supposed to be black, and I really can't fuck it up. Hotels only cost a lot if you pay the bills. Well, yes, true. It is. I need to fill my marker. I hate filling my markers. It annoys me. All right, toner gray number 6. I'm going to go get my markers. Oh, yeah. Own bed, own pillow. Makes all the difference. Toner gray. Toner gray number 6. Here we go. I am surrounded. Good problem to have, but I am surrounded by markers. I have nowhere to go. Oh, thank you, Kylie. Yay. Tom. All right. Toner gray number 6 is filled. And I missed that tiny little spot in her back. Damn it. And I'm going to leave a little bit of this part right here lighter, just so that we can see the difference between where her butt ends and the skirt begins, or otherwise there's just going to be no way of knowing. Toner gray number 7. Did 4th COVID shot last week. Sucked for a day only. I haven't had a single issue with a COVID shot. Like, I never got any kind of, feeling sick. catching a fever, nothing. I just kind of got my COVID shot and carried on living my life. It's weird. Oh, thank you, Draconia. So her dress is kind of dark black and darker black. We're not really gonna see too much in the way of highlights, but I will try to give her body some kind of form. So I will need to leave some things a little bit lighter just so that we can see a little bit of texture or whatever. Have to adult in that I need to work today, but I love my job. Arting is my happy place. Yay! Yeah, my arm hurt, but that was it. And not really too bad. And I made them give me my shot in my left arm both times just in case I wouldn't, you know, in case it caused me any trouble with my arm. My left one can go. Right one, and I'm fucked. Oh, Lauren, that's amazing. Congratulations. It's so annoying, isn't it? For me, the digital coloring is like the worst part. I will procrastinate and do everything else I can think of. My house is usually quite clean on the weeks that I'm supposed to be digitally coloring. Dr. Dark, hello. Yeah, Kylie says me too. I was like, in the left, I need my right. Right? So now I'm using toner gray number 9. I reserved toner gray number 10, which is the darkest, for emergencies, only when needed. And no particular reason why I do that, besides that I've had a couple bad experiences where the really dark blacks, I mean, not like this isn't a really dark black, but the really dark blacks in Copic do tend to bleed a little bit more. And that, I had a bad experience where once while every other Copic color does not bleed with watercolor, the black for me does. And it went into the skin of the piece I was painting, and I was not a happy girl. Cynthiak, thank you for sharing this. What determines light and dark when you are shading? Thank you. I pretty much just will decide while I'm either sketching the piece or sometimes just when I'm going to color the piece, I'll decide where the light is coming from, and that will determine where I put my shadows and highlights. They do bleed more. Okay. We are not seeing it, what the fan art. Cast that thought from your mind. Be gone. Okay, a few more little bunches in the material. I'm gonna put a bit of shadow here from her thigh, since it's all kind of bunched up right there. That is a cornerable offense, what the fan art. Hanasol. Also, cornerable offense. I've got to be careful. I do not want to get black on her arm. That would make for a very, very sad dawn. Okay, so now I'm going to mix the toner grade number 9 with the 6 like this. So I'm basically taking the 6 that was already there and I'm blending just to soften it up a little bit. Like that. Thank you, Art Victim. What's for dinner tonight? Tonight is spaghetti. What's everyone else having for dinner or had? What have you had for dinner? Can you fix a mistake like that, adding black to her arm? Yes and no. Yes, in the way that you can switch to a different medium. I can't really fix the black Copic with Copic, especially on a spot that's already been colored. It kind of just gets mushy. Like all the colors blend together. The colorless blender doesn't really bleach it nicely. It's a mess. So I will use an opaque over it. So I have my colored pencils that I can use. I have, you know, acrylic paint, gouache. I'll switch mediums to an opaque and then I can fix it, but it's not easy. I'm having a tasty meal replacement shake. Be jealous. Oh, Kylie, you're such a win and you're so amazing that you are still at it. The amount of respect I have for you in how you've achieved your goals in the last few years is astronomical. You are kicking so much ass. Mad respect. Nick and I had sandwiches. Hal is having sushi. I'm jealous. Peanut butter and Nutella sandwich. Kitty, you're a woman after my own heart. Good to know. I always make that mistake. Yeah, if you can switch to an opaque, it really helps. I had grilled cheese. Nice. I did Cajun andouille sausages. Interesting. Art Victim is having a glorious salad. Grilled cheese and bacon sandwich. You guys are amazing. It all sounds yummy. Oh, andouille. Kylie's telling me how to pronounce it. Oh, and Nedima says andouille sausage. Either way. Hello, Nedimas, BT Dubs. Welcome to the stream. Juan had quesadillas. I had that yesterday. And you know, there was a place, we went to Manzanillo a couple times, and there was a place called Sonrisas that was somewhere in Manzanillo by the river, by the waterfront. Well, one block over, or one street over. And they made, by far, the best quesadillas I have ever had in my entire life. Close second, the restaurant that Tom took us to. But they were quesadillas with steak pieces in it. And I'm telling you, oh my God, the yummiest quesadillas of my life. I will forever think about Sonrisas when I am eating my own self-made quesadilla that tastes lame as fuck compared to theirs. Yes, the massive quesadilla that the two of us couldn't even finish. Should you do the red first? Very good question, Kylie. Most possibly, yes. Are we bored of coloring with the black? Also, yes. Let us pivot to red. Happy, happy, happy times. Then we went shopping. Also true. Good day. Wait, I missed what Kylie said. I'm making spicy Korean salmon salad for lunch. Yummy. So I have been trying to be slightly more healthy as an individual. I know none of you will believe me, but it's true. You didn't get that treatment when you visited Tom? Ah, Juan. I thought for sure it was part of the standard Tom tour. Also true, Kylie. No, it's good reasoning. I really hope with every fiber of my being that I don't have to refill any of these markers or I'm going to be pissed. All right. I might have to untape this side, and thankfully it's the last side I taped because I need to paint this part. Right? Could not agree more. So yes, I am trying to have more protein. I do not like protein, like at all, you know, gag. And so, but, you know, current age, bracket, and all those things, yada, yada. I should be eating more protein. Oh my God, that's supposed to be black. So I'm trying. I am making a valiant effort, and I have discovered that I can handle protein shakes, but I don't like them flavored. I like unflavored protein powder. So Dan's been trying to get me all different types of protein powders, you know, so I can mix it with things and, you know, trying to research and find healthy ones and stuff like that. And I just hate everything. And then everything's been out of stock, like everything is these days, right? And so he just had to get this unflavored stuff that he thinks tastes terrible. And finally, my world is fixed. I don't like flavored protein shakes. I know, it's so freaking weird. So I'll have it with some milk or some yogurt, and I'll mix it with like some sort of frozen berry. Right now I'm using blueberries or frozen cherries. Yum. And my world is so much better. That's like, I like unflavored gelatin. I know. Yeah, I don't like, you know, Dan, for instance, buys these packs of just like plain chicken breast. Ugh. It's so yucky. Lauren, you could always try some like protein shakes. It might work for you. To me, unflavored yogurt has a taste. Absolutely. You don't find unflavored yogurt to have a taste? Yes, we can discuss in Dallas, Lauren. I think that when all the additives are placed in the protein powder, it tastes try hard. It has too strong a taste, and it's overpowering. Ugh. I don't really like flavor in your coffee. Yes, also true. Well, no, I like hazelnut flavoring and all that stuff. It's just, you know, on the day-to-day, I can't be drinking that because I am not to be trusted. And if there's anything yummy in the house, which to me, yummy means processed and unhealthy, that's yummy, I will eat it. So there really can't be any of that in the house. All right, perhaps you all are noticing this is a very orange-toned red. It is not my red. This is my base tone to make the red nice and warm and fill the canvas. Yeah, me too, Lauren. Oh, we can have a discussion. My meal replacement shakes are either vanilla chocolate or my favorite double chocolate mocha. Nice. Well, at least they're yummy. Yes, this is Underpaint Red, and this is R24, Hal. But Hal, on your Scarlet Witch, for instance, I made a discovery. I had never done it before until I was working on your commission in Toronto, Hal. I always use the orange undertone for reds, and then for a red that's a little bit more on the pink tone, I really didn't know what to do. But for Scarlet Witch, I feel that her reds are a little bit more in the pink tone. Her power highlight goes to pink if you like freeze frame and really look in the center of that. And so what I did is I did the underpaint with a pink, and then did all the overpaints with the same reds I'm going to do now, but without the orange underpaint, with a pink underpaint. So it can work either way, which is what I really love about all these reds. I like my protein shakes with 2 scoops of ice cream. Ooh, fancy. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to refill this too. Fuck my life. My least favorite job of all time. Refilling my Copic markers. Like, I'm in the groove. I don't want to stop and refill. But you know what? I also won't buy a marker that isn't refillable. So I'm sort of screwed. I eat plain chicken breast with just salt and pepper. Ugh. Amazing, mad respect. You will be healthy. I have to change the nib on one of my markers. It went weird. Does it have a beard? Many of mine end up with like a suspicious looking beard. I'm always bitching, Hanu Soul. I think it's just something everyone's gonna have to accept. The bitching will continue. Oh, that would be amazing. You know, I tried that. I hired my son one time. I think at the time he was like 10. Now he's like turning 20 in July. I hired him to refill all of my markers for me before I went to a con. And he fucked up a couple times and refilled the wrong ones. So, no. Dragomir, hello. Hello, Devin. Is there not a reason you don't check the markers you plan to see? Well, I can't visually see if they're full or not. And so I will just start working, and then it becomes clear after a little bit that they need to be filled. Usually it's like when I'm half done with something. Extra annoying. R24. I'm going to fall off my chair. Oh, wow. Do I have another? Yes! I have a few replacements of R24. You're far away from being healthy. Do we have a dab pad off screen? Yes, we do. Here it is. Very smart, Nick. It seems I'm never content, huh? All right, this one is empty. I know. I agree, Art Victim. Wouldn't it? It would be very helpful. Okay, I have to be so careful here. Oh, shit. I overfilled it. Classic. I know. I cannot fire Dan. My whole entire operation would come to a screeching halt. Yeah, the Ola markers are a little, they're going to be easier to refill because their refill is a cartridge. Sorry. So it's just a clip in, clip out situation. And the way that it processes the ink is far more conserving. Like, it's not going to waste all the ink in a huge, like, Q-tip, basically, that's inside here. It's a soaking pad, that's right. And the soaking pad is the problem because it eventually starts to kind of get congealed in there, and then you're not using up all of your ink. You're not able to. Olo has changed that now, and it's not done with like a soaking pad like Kylie was explaining. I'm sorry, Kylie. I will stop telling you good stuff about them. Where did I put my dab pad? Thank you, Nick. Cersei artist, hello. It would be cool. Make Don McTagg's signature clear series and we'll buy all of them. Ah, that would be amazing. I took some pretty major artistic liberties on her skirt. It's not this ridiculously flowy. So that's a little Dawn flair. Thank you, Sloppy. Dawn, there's a feature for streamers to identify viewers with an artist icon on their name. You seen it? No, I haven't. So is there no game today, Hal, or you just decided not to watch it today? All right, now I'm going to move along to garnet. That's like my shadow tone for reds. And it is R39. Tampa, New York, So you were a little bit, are you only interested, like, I was more interested in the West. So are you not watching it as much, or you're just not as invested? But you're still watching. So I'm going to need to put a bit more shadow on her on her butt. I have to refill this too. Damn it. Okay. Garnet is R39. R39. Yes, a little bit more booty shadow. You'll watch all the finals. Nice. I stopped watching when my team stopped playing. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so now that I'm working with the garnet, when I hit a spot that I want it to kind of blend out into the red again, I'm just going to take the red color and run it along the side of it, and that kind of gives it a blend. Thank you, Dr. Dark. No, it starts to overflow from the other end, Nick, so I'm always overfilling them, and then it drips and splooges all over the place. Oh, it's 7. Hello. Now I get it. Welcome to the stream today, 7. Why'd you change your name? Okay, gonna give it a little bit of a blend. And this part right here is gonna be in deep shadow because it's under this flip of cloth right here. So I'm gonna use R89, which is dark red, to just give this part a darker shadow. to garnet. And now I'm going to strong red, which is R46. My biggest problem with the markers is taking a good pic of them. They always seem dusty in photos. Always. Yep, wrong one. Okay. Some garnet in there. And I'm blending it out with strong red, which is my base tone. There we go. Okay, that red part is done. I'm aware that she has a rose pattern in her dress. I will handle that once the rest of this is finished and I'm done with the colors. Okay, now we're gonna go over here. I'm using, whoops, I started with dark red. That was not my intention. Okay, garnet. And blending with strong red. Oh yeah, there is more black to be added. I just decided to move on to the red for a little bit. Oh, thank you, Mark. Yay. All right. So my reds I will keep out because I might want to make some adjustments in her eyes and stuff like that. But for now, we are going to move back to the blacks back here and then onto her boots and straps and gloves that are all black. So, I'm just gonna put these. Oh my goodness, Sherlock is licking the shower curtain again. I can hear him. Stinky, naughty kitty cat. So much black to come, that's right. This is a very black heavy piece. All right. More black. Toner gray number 6, here we go. So this is toner gray number 6. And then it's gonna be flapping backwards. Color boredom is a Dawn thing, yes. I feel like that's a vet Reddit question. It is. What is with him and licking the shower curtain? My level of disturbed cannot be comprehended. Not the paper today. He's discovered the shower curtain. And he like wakes us up super early in the morning to get at the shower curtain because he's getting at the shower curtain. It's so loud. It's a gateway drug. I agree. Yeah, like how much repetitive noise will drive Dawn insane? I have very little tolerance for repetitive sounds, like a ticking clock. Oh my God. All right, I might have to refill this marker again. AC fan. Okay, no, fan I consider white noise. Unless it's making, like, another kind of sound. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but, like, the sound of a fan motor whirring is fine. But if, say, there was, like, a piece of string stuck in it, and so every time it turned, it would go tick, 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 that would drive me crazy. But the repetitive whir of the fan sound wouldn't bother me. I'm still going to try and fill this. No, I'm not. I give up. I've changed my mind again. Yes, I am going to try to fill it so that at least it has as even as possible a base coat. Do you hear that whining? No, not at all. I will, Kylie. I'm just trying to get a little bit of an even base. Loud cat is loud. Yeah, and he's across the hallway. The wailing and whining of, like, I'm dying of starvation is real. Okay. There's streaks, but at least not as bad as me leaving some spot, like, completely half-colored. Anna Mori, thank you! Alright. Refill time number 3. I am unlucky today. Toner gray number 6. Thank you, Keeman. See, I overfilled it and it came out the other end. Boy, the phrasing when it comes to filling Copic markers is really aggressive. All right, just gotta clear some of that out. Well, I have a little plastic tray there to save any possible mishaps with the art. Once I'm done coloring her skirt, I will put the tape back, just in case I do any, like, watercolor on the background. I may do a little bit of splatter or something, so we'll see. They designed the markers to make a fun stream. I like that theory. I'm going to move on to toner gray number 7 and then put a pop of 9. It really is, Anna. I love the anime so much. Joe's gonna start watching it. I'm very excited. This has a real whatever blows your skirt up vibe. I love that. You watched the first episode, Rob? You rule! I am so happy. I have to refill 7. Jeff, hello! Welcome to the stream! Refill toner gray number 7, so I have to go do a little digging to find it. Ah! I found it fast. Shit. Attempting to not overfill this time. It's worth it. Nick, I really enjoy it. And I'm going to start reading the manga. You're always wary of spy shows usually. Oh, it's just not your thing, Rob? I'm going to make this whole area darker because I want it to drop into the background a little bit more. So I'm just going to make it all darker. Highlights will be up there. Yes, Spy Family. Blending. We had ourselves a little splooge, but it was over a dark color, so we're fine. All right, now I'm going to switch to toner gray number 9. I think so, Jason. Yes. It's a mix of the two, Jeff. Because there's some tones I just need that I'm used to and I don't have in the Olo set yet. But as they continue to expand in their color range, I will switch over completely. Jason Coates, just to expand on your question there, the other day I'm working on drawing Gretel from Zenoscope, and she has a 3 straps, or like, what's it called? It's just 3 times around chain necklace with a heart at the end. And I go downstairs and I'm just like complaining up a storm at Dan, being like, why would they make a necklace on a character with chains? I mean, that's so much work. Oh, this is so difficult. And Dan's like, excuse me, I'm just taking a a guess here, but I kind of feel like you of all artists have no grounds to complain about difficult outfits. And I just sat there and was like, yeah, okay, you're right. Would Divinica and the holes in the stockings count? I don't think so. Honestly, because, you know, not everybody has to put them in the same place. There can be traveling holes. I have decided. I have declared it so. Alright, I'm going to do toner gray number 9 on her on some of these parts where I just don't think that putting highlights in here is actually necessary. That's just overkill. Dawn, queen of the perhaps overly super complicated back tattoo. I know. I have no grounds to complain. I need to just stop while I'm ahead. If I am even still ahead. What's because it was Dawn's idea? That reminds me of the tattoo artist who did my piece had mentioned the intricacy of Dawn's Cortana drawing, and he was like, I'm not even gonna attempt that. That makes me feel better. But for anyone who has been on the receiving end of my line art, I am also on the receiving end of some more difficult character designs, like chains for a necklace. I'm happy though with Gretel's hair. I was almost starting to get a little bit worried that I didn't have like detailed swirly hair left in my soul. Like maybe I've reached my limit or something, but oh my god, I'm very happy with Gretel's hair. Yay. That sounds amazing, Kylie. Magus says, I'm a tattoo artist and I would love to do a Dawn piece. Yay! That's so awesome. By all means, if you find somebody that would want something that I've drawn on their skin, go for it. I think it's called Karma Dawn. I know. I am receiving my own karma, and it is bitter, I tell you. You'll let me know. You don't have to, though. I am pretty chill when it comes to those things. Bianca, hello. Welcome to the stream. All right, I'm doing the same thing. I'm adding in where I think a highlight should be. Would/should be. And then from there, I will color this in. So I am kind of assigning certain spots that I think should have a highlight, but you know what? I'm just gonna color the whole thing. It's not that much space to fill, and then I'll have a little bit more freedom. go to 5. Dawn, with Red Sonja as a warrior woman, would it make sense to add some age scars on her arms and legs? Faded kind, since she's in a lot of battles. I think so. Absolutely. You show yours off every chance you get. You are the sweetest, Nick. Yeah, Nick is Drycane. Alright, let's do Toner Gray number 7. So when it's up against black, like here it's all black on black on black, right? I'm trying to leave a little rim on either side so that we can still sort of see where her straps begin and end. I'm just hoping that'll help it, I don't know, look a little clearer, make a little bit more sense, all of those good things. Or at least, you know, if I don't get it perfect, your eye can kind of fill in the gaps and sort of make a mental map of where they are. I think this highlight is too big. Taking that down a smidge. All right, now I'm gonna get Toner Gray number 9 and just do a little dot here or there so that it goes darker where I feel it should. Yay! Gives it a little bit more of a look of shiny material over just regular matte material. So I'm hoping to kind of bring in that contrast. Can you add mixed media on Copic marker? Like after it dries, you want to add buttons and accents of silver and white. Absolutely. Do I have a favorite book? Well, right now I'm loving Yona of the Dawn. I'm also reading, what am I also reading? Tokyo Revengers. I love the show. I'm having a hard time getting going again with Tokyo Revengers. I was on a roll with it, and then I switched over to Yona of the Dawn and kind of got obsessed. And then I'm gonna start reading Spy Family. Can you add me? Okay, looks leathery. Do you have a favorite book, Anna? Okay, add some on the boob dent. Oh, did I miss that spot? I did. I want that spot to be darker, and I want over here to be darker. So I'm covering it with the exact same toner gray number 9 that I used last time, but it's just going to saturate it more, and that should help. I also want to make this part darker right here. Just give her hair a little bit more contrast. In some spots, I might go to completely black on her hair, just so that it's got extra contrast and looks extra shiny. See you later, What the Fan Art! Alright. Gloves and then boots. Scared of the boots. I just finished reading the Scythe trilogy by Neil Shusterman. Awesome. I don't think I've heard of that one. All right. Gloves. So I'm going to make her gloves shiny as well. Just in a few spots where I feel they would catch the light. And just because we're dealing with all black here, at least I can kind of give contrast with the different types of black. Toner gray number 5. Thank you, Philip. I also really enjoyed A Court of Thorns and Roses series. If you like fairies and romance. Nice. Black Jewels series by Anne Bishop. I'm assuming that's a novel, right, Kylie? I'm not sure which of these are manga and which of these are novels. All right, here we go. One more glove is complete. Let's work on the other one. Yes, novels. you guys are going to be able to see this. So all here is going to be covered in shadow because of her hand being right there. Or I'm sorry, the thorn being right there. I'm assuming that her little needles are called thorns because she's referred to as the Thorn Princess. Dawn likes pictures, yes. Or I have JP Roth who reads me her novels, and that is just so awesome. I am thoroughly spoiled and ruined for life. She only reads a novel if the goddess Jo reads it to her. Yes, that is true. And I'm super spoiled, and I love it. Okay, I'm just going to blend a little bit more toner 5 in there. Good night, Mark. So much love to you. I do Audible. Not gonna lie, my brain doesn't process words. Totally hear you. All right. Gloves are almost done. I'm just gonna take a little bit of Toner Gray number 9 here to this one. I think I already did Toner Gray 9 on the other one. There we go. You detest being read to? So you actually physically read the books, Kylie? Alright, the tape is going to go back on for next time. That is amazing, Kylie. I don't know how you do it. I couldn't. I'm a failure. Okay, just going to tape this back down. Thank you, Keeman. All right, you guys. I love you all. I can't thank you enough for hanging out with me on this one. I will definitely be finishing her up on Thursday and most likely starting a new one. So I need to decide what to do. Kylie has read about 300 paperbacks, ran out of room. Had to get an e-reader, about 900 on there. Kylie, that is insane. You are amazing. Mad respect. All right. I love you guys a ton. If you want to see the Gretel piece that I'm working on, I will send a little sneak peek out to my email subscribers tomorrow. So make sure to check your email if you want to see that. And until next time, so much love to all of you. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I love you and good night. Mwah! See you later.